What is going on YouTube? Hit back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Now, specifically in today's video, we have to go over the recent reversal that honestly, we've been expecting to take place since I believe maybe Thursday or Friday. We've actually been tracking it for quite a while after breaking down from some pretty important ascending fractals, some rising wedge formations here. Now, I have been away for the past 2 days on travel, but we are back and I will be having a video up this week, every day this week. As you can see, the background of the videos are different than what they normally are, and that's because I'm not in my current office, so you'll have to bear with, but honestly, that will not hinder the quality of the videos. Now, specifically, as you guys can see, we are starting to see the reversal that we expected and anticipated a couple of days ago. You can see the most recent video that we made was about 2 days, going on 3 days, and you can see we mentioned right here the past 2 days here, the rising wedge was confirmed. You can see right here, we pretty much outlined the fact that we were breaking down from the ascending fractal. We can go even further into 4 days from today here. The beautiful rising wedge, talking about the possibilities of a major bear trap, talking about the possibilities of a reversal back to the upside here. And you can see just 2 to 3 days ago here, I made a video saying, could this finally be the bottom? And if it is, how high will we be going? So that's kind of what we're going to continue off of today, as there were some opportunities to not only take profit, but to potentially put in a long position to the upside here as prices are starting to rise higher. So we do have a lot of things to go over. You can see the clear bottom on XRP. You can see the clear bottom on Ethereum here. You can see the clear bottom on Bitcoin. And hopefully when the stock market opens, we'll be seeing that clear bottom on the S&P 500 and ideally be reversing back to the upside. So with all of that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's jump into today's episode. So as you guys can see, quick refresh of the top 10 cryptocurrencies reveals markets are up about 2.6%. Fear and greed index is set to 41, which is pretty neutral if you ask me here. Not really seeing much movement at all, and it kind of makes sense. You can see overall though, the actual crypto market isn't doing all that bad. You can see we've had a pretty significant reversal here within, what is this, Bitcoin. Same thing goes with Ethereum here, starting to slide to the upside. Bitcoin's currently up 3.7% the past 24 hours here. You can even see BNB starting that slide to the upside here. We have Solana, we have Cardano, Doge, Tron, everything is starting to see that reverse rally here. As expected, I've said this time and time again that historically October is a very bullish month for not only the S&P 500, but for cryptocurrency too. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, we see historically a bullish month in October, November, and December here, which is definitely good news, as we definitely need some sort of reversal, some sort of recovery, as we've been sliding down very bearish in, August and September here. So the fact that we're finally maybe going to see some movement to the upside is a good sign. Now, as you guys can see, we've been tracking what appears to be a rising wedge formation on XRP. So I'm just going to pull up what a rising wedge in cryptocurrency look like, and you can see right here what that rising wedge is. What does a rising wedge pattern signal? The rising wedge pattern typically occurs after an uptrend and signals a potential reversal in the security's price. You can see clearly what that correction to the downside looks like here. I definitely am going to pull up a better pattern here, as these don't look all that good. This one ain't bad. You can see here kind of that rising wedge pattern where the prices move up in a rising wedge, upwards resistance line, upward support line here, and we ideally correct to the downside, target at about the same point that we are here, declining volume and a correction. And you can see on XRP here, we have the same kind of formation here, where as we are moving up, we kind of, you can't really tell with the volume, but volume is dipping downwards here. You can see we have the, what do they call it? The upward resistance and the upward support. So you can see we have the upward resistance right here, which we can draw in green. We have it mapped out clearly in yellow, but you can see right here, this is what we're dealing with right here, this upwards pattern, and we have this upward support as well. And that's what we were having as our indicators leading us to the upside. Problem was we're getting into contact with the moving average, which is where we started to have a bit of resistance here. You can see as we start to move up, hitting this moving average, hitting the daily moving average is a problem zone for us. And here we are starting to slide lower. Ideally, we said in the past couple of days that if we were to get caught up in this, Ideally, closing above this price ceiling would be a buy-in opportunity to long. Had we closed below support, that would be the buy-in opportunity to short. Now, clearly shown, we bought in right here, and that was the opportunity to short. The second we saw the daily confirmation on XRP's daily chart here to close this at 50 cents, that was the buy-in that we took, and then we were able to short this to the downside. We had a few days of correction to the downside here, and then we're starting to bounce off. We clearly outlined where support would be, which is the green support here, and here you can see us reversing off of it and actually sliding higher, which is definitely a good sign if you ask me. And I do strongly believe over the next coming days we'll probably be moving all the way up to retest moving average on the daily. Now, another reason we saw this decline, this dip, besides the obvious, which is the rising wedge here, the weekly shows another telltale sign, which is us retesting major weekly resistance here. You can see the weekly moving average, clearly drawn the green band here, is a major resistance and a major catalyst for correction, as we have not closed the weekly above that. Had we have, then we'd ideally be moving up to probably retesting 63 cents. But because we haven't done that, we are actually sliding lower, causing us to pull back to the downside here, which is unfortunate. But ideally, that's the pattern that we suspect to see happen here. And ideally, what we're looking for is a bounce off this support, which we did see, and to come back up to retest a weekly moving average yet again, and then hopefully break through that and swing to the upside here. You know, that's the goal here. We break through that, and we can start to see that slide all the way up to the upside here. We haven't done it yet, so it is just a waiting game at this point. Now, obviously, we took advantage of this long opportunity, this little buy-in right here. We are able to take advantage of this on BidFi, which is the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange that I like to use here on the channel. For those that don't know, BidFi lets you buy long, lets you sell short, lets you leverage trade, lets you take profits, lets you take stop losses. Literally everything you could want on an exchange is offered on BidFi, which is really cool, including XRP, which not many exchanges offer. As you guys can see, XRP is right here for USDT perpetual trading, which is incredible. You could buy long, sell short. We have the leveraging indicator right here to adjust the leverage. You have everything you could ask for and more right here. Take profit, stop loss. They're adding a demo account very soon to BidFi. They're updating it from the old one here. And then you can also earn up to $2,888 completely free by completing the new user, advanced, and exclusive tasks they offer after you sign up with that link down in the description. So make sure to check that out down below. But ideally, moving forward, and also for you guys where to find the XRP trading, click derivatives, USDT, click here, and then search XRP, and you pull it up, and you will have the XRP chart loaded up to leverage trade. Now, moving forward from XRP and BidFi here, looking at these other cryptos, which are also yet again showing signs of potential recovery here, which I'm a strong believer we're going to see this week, is the falling kind of wedge. It's more so just a descending fractal here. We don't really have these closing in, but you can see here the lower high, lower low movements. Yeah, we've had flare-ups above and below it in the past here. Right here, right here, and right here. But for the most part, it is in a descending fractal here. It is correcting us to the downside. Now, what's interesting is ideally this is not going to last long. And hopefully, hopefully it's not just a flare up, these bull and bear traps here. Hopefully we can get enough steam and volume to actually break through this, which we should be doing very soon, as you're seeing a pretty solid reversal line as I speak. But hopefully we could break through it, retest a moving average, and break through that. You can see the problem zone we've had in the past here with this downtrend. So the ideal movement is to come back up to retest the daily moving average, as you can see here, and then breaking through that to the upside. So that's the goal. That's what we anticipate. That's what we're hoping for here. But again, it is Ethereum. We've kind of put Ethereum on the back burner for now, focusing mainly on XRP and Bitcoin. So Ethereum is kind of secondary in this market, but we do have a very good looking chart right now, honestly, if I was to say. So keep that in mind too. But moving on to Bitcoin here, you can see we look incredibly well too, as this is something we've been praying to have happen for quite some time. I've been saying we've bottomed off on Bitcoin here. You can already see the higher low pattern forming here, higher low, higher low, higher low. We should be continuing to scale up higher. We're also retesting moving average, which is also very exciting. Big candle movement here. You can also see we're coming into contact yet again with the weekly moving average. So the goal is a flip. We're looking to get above this resistance here. And if we can, as we most likely are, we should be seeing a very high movement up to almost $37,000 on Bitcoin here. So I'm a very strong believer that this movement to the upside is going to come. You can see we've bottomed off many months ago in November at about 16K. We're practically up double that, and I believe we should be heading up much higher soon. So I do think we'll be breaking through that weekly moving average in the next coming days and seeing that swing to the upside here. So keep your eyes peeled on that. Now, lastly, looking at the S&P 500, we are within what appears to be a falling wedge, but more so I would call it a bull flag formation. This is definitely a bull flag. You can see the higher low or the lower high movement here and lower low movement, and you can see us kind of bouncing off support and resistances as we move down. But you can also see our back to retesting that moving average. We have a price floor and an uptrend to hang out on, and hopefully we can hit that and start to break through it. That's the goal we're looking for. This is a clear bull flag, as we've done in the past consistently on the S&P. So things look good across the board. They look very bullish. So with that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.